Hey everybody, Barantos here. So I want to make a video and finally talk about the SQUIB, my first SQUIB ever. This happened about a month ago. I've been waiting to film this, just talk about it a little bit. I waited to see what 2A Warehouse was going to do about it before I filmed this, so that I could understand what was going to happen. But right here you see it. This is a SQUIB, and it was shot out of my custom Zev OZ9C, or OZ9C, or I had the MBK kit that I threw the X grip onto and that sort of thing. Ported barrel. So essentially what happened is a friend and I were at the range. We were shooting, and I noticed that this gun, luckily I think the ports actually saved me from potentially an injury or anything like that, because it whistled. It made like a weird whistle noise and it was noticeably less recoil. And then I said, okay, that was odd. I'm going to take the barrel out. You know, like, it just didn't seem right. Like, I'm going to look through this thing. So I stopped what I was doing. I took the mag out of the gun. I made sure that I took the cartridge out if anything was loaded in it. And then I pulled the barrel out, and sure enough, I couldn't see anything through it. So I knew that there was something stuck in there. Turn the barrel around, and I'll post a picture at the end of this video. Turn the barrel around, and you could see it plain as day that this was stuck about ½ an inch from the end of the barrel. In it, facing out. So what I did then is took it to my gunsmith, had them tap this out, and then they looked at the threading and everything like that to make sure everything was still good and in place, that we didn't have any issues. Everyone, you know, was kind of said how lucky I was that I didn't shoot the next round or anything like that, that I heard that whistle and stopped what I was doing, because we were shooting a lot of rounds that day too. So I'm lucky in my end that, one, I didn't destroy my Zev. I'm pretty fond of this frame and everything like that with my Black Phoenix Customs upper. Big fan of it, but that I also didn't injure myself, you know, because these SQUIBs, when that next round goes through, you never know what could happen to your hand, or if shrapnel could somehow get you. I did have my eye protection on, my ear protection on, everything like that. We were at a range with an RSO. There's plenty of people around that if I needed first aid administered, I carry 2 first aid kits in my truck, as well as a tourniquet in my range bag. So that was all right. But to get into it more, this ammo, this was my mistake. Everyone sees this probably, and you've been seeing it the whole time, saying I should have known better. Well, I've been buying ammo from 2A Warehouse for a few orders now, you know, and I typically didn't buy the remanufactured ammo, but I decided to give it a try because I had pretty good luck with the 2A Warehouse. You know, I was using like a meta search off like ammo buy to find cheaper ammo, and this was brass cased and everything seemed fine. Their normal loads seemed fine. So I tried this remanufactured stuff, and I was just about all the way through it. So out of the 500 rounds, there was only like 7 or 8 left, right? So you know, this is my first SQUIB though. I would estimate really roughly that I've fired about 35,000 rounds in my life. I have never seen a SQUIB in person, nor been, you know, kind of the victim of a SQUIB or anything like that. So this was a first for me. But I'm definitely not using 2A Warehouse anymore. And it's because of their response. So I ordered this ammo. They asked how much I had left. I gave them, you know, an estimate. I was like, hey, I got this much left. They go, okay, well, we're going to send you a packing label. Can you send that back to us and we'll give you credit for it? And To me, that's the wrong approach to take. Like if I bought 500 rounds from you and one of them was a SQUIB, I don't expect you to just say like, hey, I know you've shot 493 of them. You know, here's like $1.85 back. Thanks for your business. You know, like if one was a SQUIB, you should at least reimburse me for the whole thing. It would be like, you know, if you went out to eat and you ordered, let's say 30 chicken wings for the table, one of them gave you salmonella and you didn't eat the other 5 and you detected right away that you had salmonella somehow. I know this is a stretch, but if the restaurant's like, don't worry, we'll give you credit on those 5 wings you didn't eat, you'd be pretty pissed. It's one of those things like their quality control risks my health and safety, and like, you know, whoever else could have been behind the gun that might not have heard it or anything like that. I would have expected more from them. Like the way that they handle it made this seem like a regular thing. So one, I'm no longer buying remanufactured of any kind. I don't care if you're an amazing brand. Just not going to buy remanufactured of any kind. Number two, I'm not buying anything from 2A Warehouse. That response to me was pretty piss poor. I gave them a chance and they came back with that. I would rather not risk my health for saving a few cents on things. So I'm going to stick to more reputable brands. I know SG Ammo is where I used to buy stuff from, and I still do for certain cartridges and things like that. SG Ammo is great. So I'm probably going to go back to that because I've shot a ton of Blazer that's usually really reasonable, and I've never had any issues with that. I'm also going to switch over to potentially like 147 grains or 124s. Oh, excuse me. It's very cold here and it makes me yawn. And switching to 124s or 147s. One, because I have a Chris Vector now and it doesn't like the 115s very much. Two, because I'm looking at getting a 9mm suppressor, and the 147 sound like a lot of fun with that. So yeah, a few things there. Just really disappointed in 2A Warehouse. I was having good luck with them for the most part, and then this happened, and they came at me with kind of a really poor take on a response. Maybe you guys think I'm acting irrational. To me, if you had a SQUIB on round 493 out of 500, what would you have expected? Leave it in the comments, you know, what you would have expected the company to do. Maybe I'm being over the top. But either way, I'm glad I'm safe. And, you know, it's one of those things, like, I was lucky I wasn't, like, mag dumping into trash or anything like that, that I was pausing a few seconds in between shots. Otherwise, I could have had something pretty catastrophic here. So thanks for watching. Looking to hear from you guys in the comments. Thanks.